Hey guys, and welcome to another LightMAYker video a day in May video with me, Cassandra. And I'm so glad that you guys are joining me on this journey. We're only a couple days in and it's already so exciting. I love reading your comments and responding to you. And I'd also love to hear even more ideas for videos you want to see. So I wanted to share with you today a kind of something I really needed to hear yesterday, and I went to Marianne Williamson was doing a talk in West Hollywood, and it was a special thing because she's moved to New York, so she hasn't been doing them here anymore like she used to in LA. So I headed on over with a couple girlfriends of mine, and I just had this feeling I knew there was going to be something that I really needed to hear, and there were so many things that I just really needed to hear and to be reminded of. And one of the things I wanted to share and chat a little bit with you today about is that there is really no way of having a little bit of fear, right? There's no gray area here. It's either you're in love or you're in fear. You know, you're in your soul, you're centered, your truth, or you're in your ego, you're in, your head about it, and you're not, you're in this kind of false reality, right? And so often, I think, for those of you who are Course in Miracles students, or even if you're not, one of the things that the Course in Miracles, which is a metaphysical text that I'm a student and a teacher of, says that there's no order in miracles. So essentially, there's no small miracles versus big miracles, and miracles and miracles. So like you having a shift in perception around, maybe your inbox is equally as transformative or equally as much of a miracle and equally as possible as you having a major shift around your financial situation, right? And similarly, it goes with fear, right? And I think so often we allow a little fear to creep in. We allow a little judgment to creep in. There's another line that talks about, not having a disciplined mind. We are far too easy on our minds, and so much, of the spiritual work I do, of the work I do with my clients, I always relate to going to the gym and doing reps, and it's building those reps, and it's like building those reps day after day after day that allow us to navigate through the fear into love, allow us to constantly be the light in the darkness. And so part of that is really not tolerating the little slips of fear that want to creep in. And one of those things could be judgments, right? When you place a judgment, even if it's kind of jokingly, I noticed that certain people in my life, I wasn't even really meaning to place any sort of literal judgment on, I want to say, but the nicknames that I had kind of given them were a bit derogatory. They were kind of poking fun at them in a way, and while I thought I was doing it with the lightest of intentions and really, not really thinking too much into it or really attaching a great meaning to it, it still was like that little way that a little bit of fear and a little bit of darkness could infiltrate. And I think a lot of us have this in different ways in our lives, whether it's in a situation like that, which I really saw really clearly last night, or perhaps it's something that like, you feel like you float in a love bubble, but then, when you get into your inbox, all of a sudden that's where the fear creeps up, that's where the anxiety creeps up. And really this kind of just overwhelming reminder, right? That you're either in a space of love, or you're in a space of fear, you're either in a space of possibility, or you're in a space of criticism or pessimism. You're either living in an expansive place, or you're living in a place that's, contractive, which doesn't feel good. And there's no gray area. There's no neutral thoughts, right? And to kind of take that into your life right now and really say, where are the areas where I'm letting a little dark creep in? And the best way to, really take control of that and welcome back the light is to bring light in consciously, is to start the day to be like, how can I be of service today? How can I be a light in the world today? How can I be love to every person I see? And when we continually bring in that and moment to moment in all of our interactions, then it becomes even more apparent when we're doing something that isn't love. So we're like, wow, like I'm not holding it down for being the love and the light in this relationship when I'm doing that, right? I'm not holding it down for being the love and the light in this email correspondence when I'm saying that, when I'm thinking that, right? When I'm allowing myself to go into a place of fear, because of an email or whatever it is, right? And when we consciously bring in the love, when we consciously bring in the light, when we surrender ourselves to be a tool to spread more love and to spread more light and to be of service, then we naturally start dissipating all those little kind of cracks that have let some darkness in. And I think every once in a while, I felt called to share this with you guys. It was a big aha for me in a way that, I do. No one's perfect. And I do make a very big effort to be a light in the people in my lives, people in my lives, and to be a light in general in the world. It's, it's my big mission. So even for me, that, it's always a good reminder to really look, okay, where am I letting a little fear in? Where am I letting some negativity in? And it's not necessarily, and it's not to feel guilty about or feel bad about. That's not what it's about. It's just to see it so then you can throw some light on it. So then you can be more conscious in that area so that you can be the love in that area, right? Because if, once we see it, we're 10 steps ahead of the game because now we can do something about it. And it's what we kind of allow ourselves to, dismiss on autopilot that catches up with us. So I hope this hit you somewhere. Perhaps it illuminated a place where maybe you've let a little fear creep in, a little negativity creep in. Marianne said last night, if it's not love, it's destructive. And that was really powerful to me to just realize whenever I'm not in a place of love, I'm destructive. And so just to take a look, again, like I said, an unjudgmental, guilt-free look at yourself in those areas and just to gain more consciousness around it, because the more aware we are, then the more we can really actively shift that, right? The more we can welcome in that miracle. So I'd love to hear from you below. Let me know if you like this video by giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And, let me know in the comments below what popped up for you. Were there little ways that, you were letting in a little bit of fear, a little bit of negativity that you're now going to consciously, make a point to be the light in? I want to hear. And as always, if there's someone in your life that you think could use this video, I would love for you to share it with them. And check out all the links below. Thanks, guys. Mwah.